Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is that time for Word of the Day Wednesday. Come on, somebody. If you are new to Word of the Day Wednesdays, literally, I've been in a series. It's been super awesome. I've actually been getting a lot out of it. Super exciting just to kind of dig into these things. But if you don't know, I've been doing a series called Relationship Goals. Obviously, it's the month of February. Everybody's trying to get booed up or whatever. Month of love, like all that stuff. And so I figured, man, let's learn from the past. Let's look through the different relationships of the Bible and see what we can glean, what we can learn from these relationships and apply to maybe we're already in a relationship or maybe we're single. And it's just really good anytime to, man, study and, man, figure out how to be successful in a relationship. So, we learned how to have a common vision and why it's important to have a common vision through the story of Abraham and Sarah. Super awesome. Learned how to be selfless, how to serve through the story of Joseph and Mary. It's powerful. And last week, we learned how to get help through the story of Ruth and Boaz. Okay. This week, we're going to close it out and we are going to learn how to never settle through the story of Jacob and Rachel. Okay, if you are not familiar with the story of Jacob and Rachel, super, man, awesome. It's in the book of Genesis. And basically, just to sum it up, Jacob is, trying to find a wife, and man, he notices this girl, Rachel, and all this stuff. And he's like, man, she's so beautiful. She's so awesome. I'm willing to work for Rachel's dad for 7 years of hard manual labor in order to earn the right to marry his daughter Rachel, right? So boom, works for 7 years, man. They have the wedding, all that, man. And actually, Jacob had been guilty of tricking a lot of people while he was growing up, and so he actually got tricked by Rachel's dad, because he had an older daughter and it was custom to not allow, man, the younger daughter to get married before the older daughter. Whoop, whoop-de-whoop. Next thing you know, man, Jacob is actually married to Leah instead of Rachel. And this is the point where Jacob could have settled. And I think each one of us come to a point in our singleness where we have the option to settle, right? Where, man, maybe it's been 7 years, maybe it's been 7 months, maybe it's been 7 days. And it's just like, gosh, I hate being alone. Man, find significance in a significant other. And you're tempted to settle. You're tempted to, man, settle for somebody that maybe isn't compatible or having a whole lot of chemistry with, or maybe you just have chemistry with, but you don't have like a common vision or, man, common goals or different things like that. And for whatever reason, you may feel tempted to settle. And this also happens in relationships, in marriages. Man, there's a point in time where people just kind of settle and get laxed, and they kind of relax, and they stop pursuing, their significant other or their wife or husband. They just kind of settle and they stop working, right? On their relationship. And that's typically what happens when, man, relationships deteriorate. And so that's not what Jacob did. Obviously he was, man, upset that he got, deceived. But man, this man doubled down and put in a whole nother 7 years in order to earn Rachel, right? So 14 years. This man did not know the definition of settle, right? And man, put in the effort, put in the work, and I think it's a really awesome story to really encourage and motivate, man. Whatever stage of life you may be in right now, don't settle. Don't settle for less than God's best. I'm telling you, that person is, man, coming. Man, be patient. Man, wait. Man, have standards, have, man, moral, man, boundaries and values, even, man, maybe write it down, of some the different qualities that you may be looking for in a future spouse or even just future, man, relationship. And sometimes that will help us not settle because of some of those qualities maybe, man, aren't up to par. It's just like, hey, you know what? I'm not just gonna, man, just do whatever, with this precious, precious thing called my future. I want to take my time and make a good decision. All right. So that's what I have for today, man. In relationship goals, never settle. All right. Hope you guys have a great day. All right.